What's up, girl gang? Welcome back to the girls room. I gotta be so honest with you guys. I am so exhausted and have no energy, but I'm here and I'm showing up because this is so important to me, and I'm building this platform slowly but surely. I'm almost at 500 subscribers.
Oh my god!
Which is so cool, and I am so grateful for it. I really need to lean more into my gratitude because I'm realizing that I haven't been. So let's talk about it. I think which I've talked about this before, when I'm exhausted and I'm tired, which I'm sure many people are, I don't know, I just do not function. My body just shuts down. I don't know why it affects me more than, it affects Amanda. I don't know what it is about my body and the way that I handle stress, but I just want to sleep. All I want to do is sleep. And it might be that it's hotter than hell outside, but that's just all that I want to do. Sleep, 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 sleep.
Wake up. It's the first of the month.
I don't know where I ended my last sentence because I had to stop recording for a second, but I also am getting more comfortable with sharing and being a little bit more vulnerable online, which has been really uncomfortable, but I'm working on it, and I want to have a platform where I share, not just always the positive and uplifting stuff, also some of the real life things that I deal with. Overall, I'm a pretty upbeat, positive person, but when it comes to myself, sometimes I have such a hard time giving myself a little bit of grace, because I feel like I'm giving myself too much grace, if that makes sense. If I have a day that's not productive, I feel oh, well, how many days are you not going to be productive? Things like that. And it's really exhausting because it fully consumes me in my mind, where I'm just not doing enough. I'm not working hard enough. I'm not showing up enough. I'm not showing up in the right way. And it's so much pressure to put on yourself. And for whatever reason, I just keep putting myself in these scenarios where I'm just making myself gradually more and more uncomfortable for the sake of change and growth. But then I feel like I haven't grown or changed. But then if I actually look back, I have grown and changed so much. I just have not maybe fully accepted all of the growth and changes that I have put into action. And I don't know if this is making any sense. I know I've grown and I've changed. And if I look at my timeline, the growth and the change is real. But it just doesn't feel like enough. I don't know how to really verbalize this, but I'm trying to. So like I've said before, I've just been so uncomfortable for the last 4 years. Uncomfortable because I'm making decisions that I need to make for my growth as a person, because my body is pulling me and calling me to do that. I cannot ignore the fact that that's what I'm basically being told to do. I'm basically I need to grow into this new person, into this next phase, and I'm trying to do it as gracefully as I can, but it's fucking hard because I've said, when you have friends and people in your life, you attend the funeral and the birth of so many different versions of them, but that's also true for yourself. I think maybe in a way I'm mourning old parts of me that aren't here anymore. And I'm sure I've talked about this, but this is my reality, and this is what's going on and what I'm feeling. And some of these feelings are just still very present in my everyday life. And I'm going to talk about them, even if it might feel repetitive. To me it does, maybe to you it doesn't. I don't really know, but this is my real life, and this is how I feel in my real life on my day-to-day. And especially since Rue got hurt, everything just feels a little bit more somber, a little bit more depressing, a little bit more exhausting. And obviously this time will not be forever, but it's still present, and it all kind of ties in together. You know, you get sad about one thing and then you have this like snowball effect. So yeah, I think I'm still holding on to maybe old versions of myself and letting go of old thoughts that I had about myself. And, you know, I spoke on like cutting off a certain family member after I got engaged. And, you know, that's like mourning a relationship that honestly was never even good. And probably, I won't say never will be, but doesn't feel like it ever will be. And I have zero hopes for it to be. So I feel like, because I don't want to like, there's no reason for me to have those hopes when there's nothing being shown to me. So this ties into like, believe people when they show you who they are the first time. Sometimes that's harder with family, but after the 2 millionth time, you got to believe it. And like, you can only have hopes based on action and progress and people trying to do the right thing. And that doesn't exist in this relationship. So what is there to have hope for? You know what I mean? So also, don't mind my hair. It's like, I'm really showing up here today as me, like no makeup, need to wash my hair, and I don't care because I just wanted to talk about this, and I wanted to make sure I got an episode out because this is important to me and I need to prioritize it, and I have been prioritizing it, but I need to continue prioritizing it even when it's hard, even when I'm tired, even when I don't want to, even when I don't feel good, because that's real life. I'm not going to feel good all the time, and sometimes I'm going to feel shitty. So anyway, like I was saying, mourning that relationship, I'm in a much better place with it now. And but you know, it's just such a weird thing when you have these big relationship dynamic shifts. Like, I've had it in my friendships, I've had it in my love life, I've had it in my professional life, I've had it in my family. So I'm getting hit from all angles. And I know they say like when things like this happen, it's because like something good, you're setting up to be aligned with something good, with like your next purpose and the next version of yourself that you are trying to step into. And so I just have to keep telling myself that and keep really leaning into the uncomfortable feeling and doing things even when it really, really sucks. Like, and it really hurts and it's really hard to do, and just doing it anyway and continuously putting myself out there for the hopes that I will find my purpose and be aligned with it and do these cool interviews and meet the people I've always wanted to meet and have a platform where I can uplift other people and make them feel better and give advice and be a resource and do all of these things. I do it for the people that are in my life already, and helping people has always felt like kind of a calling for me. Like, I love giving advice. I love helping people. I wish I did it more for myself as well, but that's, you know, typical. And so, yeah, I'm still in this funky place, and I really appreciate you guys for being there through every episode. And maybe it's repetitive and you're still here and still appreciating what I have to say. And that means more than like anything ever because all you need is like one person to believe in you, and that's like all you need. You need one friend, one family member to tell you that they believe in you. I'll tell you that I believe in you, and whatever those dreams are that you're scared to chase, because I'm here to tell you right now, it's not easy and it's not going to feel good for a little while. But when it does feel good, it's going to pay off. And I'm not there yet, but I can taste it. Or maybe I'm just delusional and it will never go anywhere. But either way, it doesn't feel good, and that's why change is so scary, and that's why people don't do it. They don't take the risks. But what's more uncomfortable? Staying in a life and a situation that you hate and you're unhappy with, or being unhappy and uncomfortable in the discomfort of something new and trying something different and getting out of your ego and just being able to say that something did not work out for you. Like for me, like doing hair just did not pan out the way that I thought it would. And that's okay. but you have to like get out of your ego in situations like that and know that it's okay if something failed. Nobody got to the top because they just went straight there. They got there because they failed. They got up. They failed. They got up. They failed. So I'm kind of giving myself a pep talk right now as well. But I wanted to really talk about leaning into that uncomfortable feeling and knowing that when you feel uncomfortable because you're stepping out of your comfort zone, that's a good thing. That's normal. It's necessary for your growth as a person, because we all know the people that never did it, that never tried, that never went for more. And I'm not talking about the people that are happy where they're at. There are some people that are happy where they're at. They are comfortable. They don't ever need to change a thing. That's a real thing. That exists, and that there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm talking about the ones like me, the ones that have this like burning fire in them that they need to be doing something more, something bigger than they could even like think of. That's me. So I don't know what's in store for me, but hopefully something good. And yeah, that was like really on my heart today, and I wanted to share it. And you know, if you are trying to figure out your transitional phase, jump right into that exposure therapy era. Try it all, see what sticks, and if it doesn't, try the next thing. Or maybe you'll realize, hey, actually, now that I've done that and I didn't like it, I actually realized I liked it more where I was at. But it shouldn't be from a place of fear or like scared of the change. It should be a genuine, like, I was actually happier and better in that situation than I am in this new situation. So you really got to gauge, you got to use a little discernment, you got to really like tap in and get to know yourself, and you got to trust that intuition, that gut, whatever it is that you want to call it, you got to trust it and you got to go for it. So yeah, I feel better now that I talk to you guys. Hopefully I will have some cool guests for you soon. I have something in the works. I just had to cancel it because of Rue's injury. And, you know, I'm just trying to put out these little short episodes just to stay in touch with my audience, let you know that I'm here, let you know that you're important, let you know that if you don't have the confidence in yourself to do something new or to try something different, take a little bit of the confidence I have for you. Take it. Go do that thing. Go try something new. Take care of yourselves. And just remember, it's a bad day, not a bad life. And it's okay to have a bad day, a bad hour. And my dad always used to say to me when I would say, oh, I'm having such a bad day, he would say, well, it's never too late to start your day over. And honestly, that always stuck with me. So I don't care if it's like 4 p.m. and I'm having like the worst day ever. I was like, it's never too late to start your day over. Not every time, but you know what I'm saying. So yep, that's really it. I think the high and low of the week is a little bit hard for me right now, but I need to practice more gratitude. Sorry, this apartment, guys. We're trying to move so I can have like a cool space behind me, and more quiet and peace. But I need to lean more into gratitude and really get in touch with the things that I'm so blessed to have, because there are so many. I should be here counting on my hands, toes, your hands, your toes, everybody else's hands and toes, my dog's hands and toes, because there is so much to be grateful for, and I am not leaning into my gratitude at all in the last couple of weeks. I'm not in my night routine. I'm not in my morning routine. I'm all out of whack. I have no appetite. It's just been like a disaster, and I need to like recalibrate and get myself going on the right path, in the right direction. So I'm gonna force myself to do this high and low of the week, because I need to remember how lucky I am to even, my best friend said to me, remember how lucky you are to even have the time and the space and the flexibility to experiment the way that you are experimenting with your life, because not everybody can. And listen, I'm getting by the skin of my teeth, but I'm making it work. And I'm trying not to tie my value to my finances, because you are worth more than your bank account, and so am I. So my low of the week, like I said, not in my routines, don't have an appetite. It's so fucking hot. I don't know if that's what it is, that I'm having like food aversions, because I do not want to cook at all. Like, I'm eating hard-boiled eggs in the morning and like then not eating till dinner because I don't want to make anything, and it's ridiculous. I need to do it more. But yeah, so everything's just out of whack. Need to get back into a routine. I have worked out a few times, which is good, but I just need to like stop. I'm doom scrolling at night. It's really unhealthy on TikTok, on my phone entirely too much. I was getting so good, and now it kind of just like backtracked. So we need to like start over. I think I need to re-download that app that like blocks you, because I'm really not doing great with that, and it's really not good for your mental to be like on that. My high of the week, I got to spend time with my little sister. This one is actually an easy one. I got to spend time with my little sister Kaylee. We spent like 2 days together because she is visiting from Florida, and I just love spending time with her. She is such a beautiful, smart, funny human being, and I'm just so proud of the person that she's grown up to be. I really wanted to do an episode with her, but it just like didn't work out. But we will. She's going to university in Miami, so I'll definitely be visiting, period. And yeah, she's just such a cool, I don't want to say cool kid because she's not a kid anymore, but she's 18, and I don't know, she's just so cool. She makes me so happy when I spend time with her, even just like hanging out on the bed. She got me playing Roblox with her, doing that little fashion game, and now I'm like obsessed. I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna be addicted to Roblox. And it just was nice to connect with her on like a deeper level and talk about things. And I'm really grateful that I have a little sister, because I always wanted a big sister. So I hope and pray that I can be like that resource for her, and like just encourage all of the things that she wants to do, and just be like her bestie, you know? But yeah, that was definitely my high of the week. I thought I was only going to get to see her once, and I wound up getting to see her twice. So I was really happy about that. And got to spend time with my dad, which is always great. And yeah, that definitely was like the highlight of my week amongst all of the chaos that we are dealing with and the stress. You know, just getting these pockets of time is something that I'm really grateful for. Amanda and I really need to carve out some time for us to like go on a little date or do something, because we've just been with our heads underwater, not doing anything because we haven't been able to with Rue. And you know, that's fine. Baby girl needs us, but we need to try and plan like a little date, even just to go like have a drink down the block. There's so much stuff around us, which is the beauty of living here. And so we want to take advantage of that walking distance and just do that. I think that's it for today's episode. Just short and sweet. Please like, share, subscribe, interact with these videos if you like them. I would love to grow this platform even more, but regardless, I'm grateful for the community I have. Another high of the week is that I'm at like 427 or 28 subscribers, which is amazing. I am almost at the 500 mark, which gets me halfway to the milestone to get monetized. I have to do one other thing to start the monetization process. If I hit 1,000 followers, I hit the next tier of starting that process, but I'm trying to hit the first tier right now. So all good things. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. If you have questions, problems, concerns, all of the things, please send them to tgrpod.nyc@gmail.com. As always, that email is dry as hell, but I am still telling you that you can. If you want advice, anything, that's the place to ask me. And follow me on all socials. I will link all of that stuff in the description. And yeah, that's it. Thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. Love you. Bye.